Growing closer to the conclusion of today's conference, we now have Dipal Pandya ji, who currently serves as the Hindu Chaplain at Rutgers University. Dipal ji, take it away.
Hello and namaste, everyone. My name is Dipal Pandya. I'm the Hindu Chaplaincy on Rutgers campus here in New Brunswick. And I'd like to thank the HSC students on our campus and of Newark, as well as the national body, for arranging this thought-provoking conference on Hinduphobia. I also like to thank the speakers that took out time and presented your thought and encouraged and shared with us your vast experience. So Hindu chaplaincy position was just created last year. We are still in a virtual environment, but this has been a need for a position for a while now, from what I understand from the campus administration. And I think administration and students reached out to each other because Hindu Indian population on the Rutgers campus is probably the largest minority group, and there was a need for spiritual counseling and guidance when needed for these students. So that's where I came in. I was asked because I graduated from college in America in Stevens back in the 90s. And since then, I've been heading a spiritual organization. And I also I was privy and privileged enough to experience and understand the spiritual nature of our great heritage from scriptures, from living in ashrams and traveling in India. So it's my privilege to be on campus and be with the students. It gives me great joy to connect with them every time I do, and share with them and learn and guide them from whatever experience I have. So back in 80s, if you remember, this is my first hand experience of Hinduphobia. In 80s and early 90s, there was hate campaign called Dotbuster, and this was a hate campaign targeting Hindus for wearing bindi and tilak. Now this was back then they weren't, we were very limited in numbers in New Jersey, and it shook the Hindu confidence in proudly wearing our culture. I remember that growing up very distinctively. And now that I'm privileged enough to be on the campus discussing and sharing experience with my students, and I hear their concerns and their conflicts, internal conflict and struggle with their religion, with their dharma, and understanding of it versus the narrative that they're hearing. And I see that there's definitely a psychological trauma that happens, and it creates an internal struggle within their own heart as to who their real identity is. And I see that those students with the right understanding of our dharma wear their Hindu identity proudly, but those who are shaken up with this narrative and with this Hindu-phobic environment seem to have shy away from basically identifying themselves as Hindus and practicing Hindus, or even proudly assimilating themselves with the Hindu community on campus. So I think this is definitely a very serious issue that needs addressing, and I'm glad this conference is setting a right landmark and platform for expressing that. And I like to share with the administration faculty that is listening and that's part of this conference that the university, I believe, and I see, is a space where we need to support the creative mind that is budding with different possibilities in expressing their thought. And we should not limit that thought with stigmas and phobic environment, whether it's Hindu phobic or otherwise. Any type of phobia or fear basically limits our potential in expressing our self-development to the fullest. And I believe very strongly that the college and universities are not here to produce degree holders, but to provide and produce and uh, give to the community strong individuals who have self-confidence in their own faith, in themselves, and in the faith in their belief system. Someone very wise has said that the faith is the strongest force in the universe. And if we step back and reflect on that, it's not just faith in religion, but even faith in their own self. The faith starts with faith in your own self, and then it extends to your relationship with the higher power and God. So I like to share with those students and the community that Hindus come from a large and vast experience of science-based philosophy that extends thousands of years. We have rishis that were scientists, philosophers, thinkers par excellence. So you are limiting yourself if you don't take out time and learn your culture fully and experience it fully. Because I tell you, the Hindu thought is so vast, whether we want to succeed in science, in economics, whether you want to be a politician, whatever our field of endeavor is, having a Hindu scientific-based understanding and practice will help us achieve to our fullest potential. Because the science of meditation, science of self-development through analyzing and understanding the reality that surrounds us can fully expand our field of awareness in being the best we can be with the science and tools and technology that the Hindu philosophy and Hindu way of dharma provides. So with that, I'd like to say thank you for joining all of us that have joined here, and thank you for the organizers that have taken out time to put this together. Thank you and namaste.
For the latest on our YouTube channel, click subscribe and hit the bell icon for alerts on new content. Remember to like, comment, and share our videos. For more about HSC, you can visit the social media handles listed below.